All right, so today we're going to talk about how to reference different account matches with variables. Now, firstly, why would you even want to do this? Why would you need different account matches? Isn't there only one account match for leads in your system? Well, there might be, but there also may be multiple account matches. And in the cases that you do want to find different account matches and you want to do different things with those account matches, this is going to help you with that. So with object variables, you're actually able to store different matches within different variables, which you can then use to reference later for different purposes. One such example is, let's say you do business internationally, and you have a lead come in and you have it matched to both a US account and an international account. And what you want to do is you want to assign the record to, let's say, the international account owner. But you also want to provide some context and you want to provide some data from the US account match. So let's say we can include that within a notification. So you can easily do that here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull in a match node, and I'm going to do a lead to account match node and do an insert there. And let's do the first one as the domestic. I'll call the domestic United States here. It doesn't matter which order that we do them. So I'm going to do a US account match, and I'm going to then add a filter appropriately for billing country equals United States. And here's the key. We need to store this in a variable. So I could use the default option here, but I actually want to name it something that's more easily identifiable as the US match. So that's going to be easy for me to recall later what this is. So I'm going to call this the US matched account. And I'm going to select that as my variable name, and then I'll go ahead and click Done. Now I have a node that finds a US account match. Now what I can do is use another account match node to look for an international account match. So let's do that. I'm going to open this node and then title this international account match. Now I obviously need to change the filters here, so I'm going to do an exclude country equals United States. So this will look for all non-United States account. Now I'm going to go down here, and I don't want to store that in the same variable, otherwise it would overwrite it. So I want to store this in a different variable so that I can retain access to both. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create another variable called international account, or an international matched account, and I'll select that as another variable. So now I will have two matches that I am carrying through with me through the rest of the graph. So let's do this. I'm going to use an action node to route this lead to the owner of the international matched account. So let's open up this node. I'm going to title this route to international matched account owner. And here the variable that I need to select is the international matched account. So it'll take the account owner from the international matched account. All right, now I'm not done yet. I also want to send, let's say, a notification, and I could do that within this node itself, but let's do something different. I'm going to open up my next node edge here so that I have that available. And then I'm going to pull in a notification node. So let's do a send notification node, and let's configure that. And I'll say with US matched account info or something like that. I'll do an email recipients, and let's just say a new owner. And then we'll do a compose email. And then we'll do, you have a lead from, and then what we'll do is insert the international matched account name. Perfect. And then within the body, you can say this. And then I can put the details here. And I can insert the US matched account name. And then I can also, let's say, put the US matched account owner here so that if the international owner needs to know who to reach out to ask some contextual questions, they can do that right here. Okay, let's quickly fix the formatting of the insert here. Okay. And let's say we also want to include one more piece of information. You can do anything, but I'm going to do the annual revenue. So we'll keep the annual revenue in the notification. So great. Now we have a graph or a flow that will utilize a US account match for these notifications while routing to the international account. Now this is just one example. I'm sure that you may come across situations where you may need to use different account matches for different purposes, but storing them in different variables is what's going to allow you to do that. I hope that was helpful and can't wait to see what you do with this feature.